Before making placements, we will need to go through these three catalogs: partners, counterparties, and advertising materials. Let's start with partners. Partner means a set of several counterparties or legal bodies which belong to the same client. For example, your client is Coca-Cola, and they have a head office in Atlanta and divisions in New York, Chicago, Seattle, and so on. So, your partner will be Coca-Cola, and counterparties will be the divisions of Coca-Cola in different cities. So the partner is the general name of your client, while counterparty is some certain legal body which belongs to this client and which you have legal relationships with. You sign contracts with them, you issue invoices to them, and so on. So let's create a partner profile. The name of our partner will be CarWorld. And public name, CarWorld Incorporated, for example. This partner is our client, so I will flag client here. In the tab with managers, we can add managers of our company who will be responsible for this partner. We can select an existing one or create a new one. For example, Jane Green. We can also add some additional information about our manager, but for now just name and gender will be enough. So we have added a manager, and the program asks us if we want to set this manager as main. We will agree. When we set an element as main, it means that the program will automatically insert it in all the other documents regarding this partner. So let's save our partner profile and create a brand of our partner. For example, CarWorld Car Shop. Let's save the profile again. So now our partner profile is ready, and we can move on to creating counterparty of our partner. The name of our counterparty will be the same, but with a different legal form. CarWorld Company Limited. And after we have created a counterparty, we can move on to creating a contract. The name of our contract will be Advertising Services Agreement. Let's set the period from the 25th of September till the end of the year. Contract type will be with customer. Our company, partner, and counterparty were filled in automatically. Let's select settlement currency, and price type will be main price list. And last but not least, payment schedule. Here we have a preset payment schedule. You can select any number of schedules that you need. And in order to see the profile of the schedule, we need to click the right button of the mouse and select Edit from the context menu, because if we double click this schedule, it will be filled into our contract. So let's see the schedule. According to this, our customer will pay us every month by bank transfer, and they will pay us 5 days prior to the start of the period. We will select this schedule and we will use it in our contract. So let's save the contract. So we have created a partner profile, a counterparty profile, and a contract. Now let's go back to the partner profile and create an advertising material. As you can see, everything like the counterparties, contact person, advertising material are assigned to the partner. Partner is the main object here. So advertising material. The name of our advertising material will be, for example, Car World New Shop. Let's select material type. You can select material type from the list here, or you can create a new type of material that you need. We'll select paper, and we also need to select the size. The size of the advertising material must match the size of the advertising space where we are going to place it. We will select 1 by 2 meters size. Now let's save the profile and add an image. This one, for example. It's necessary to point out here that when you are creating an address program or a preliminary offer for your clients, creating an advertising material profile is not necessary. We are creating it now because we will need to use it in the course of our lesson. So we have finished, and now we have one more step to make before moving on to making advertising placements. We need to create customer order. Customer order is the starting point of all our placements, and it is the main document which we are going to work with. So let's create one and let's fill it in. Let's select the customer, set the period, and status we will leave new for now. And now we can post our order. Prior to making the order, we have made quite a lot of preparations. We have created a partner profile, counterparty profile, we have created a contract and an advertising material, but as you can see, they are not really necessary for creating an order. I mean, if you need to quickly create an address program or a preliminary order for your client, the only thing you need is a partner, and you can go directly to making placements. So all the other steps you can skip and fill in the necessary information later when you have time or necessity. So let's go to Add Placements and to Media Planning. This is the place where we are going to make all our placements. Now it is not very convenient because there is no information about advertising spaces like price. In order to adjust it, we will go to Settings, and here in the right column we can flag the additional fields with the information about ad spaces. Here are 3 preset ones, and we will also need to create a new one with the information about the price of our ad spaces. For this, let's click Edit, and here we will create a new additional information field, price per month. Let's set field width to minimal. Source tab, add placement price. Price tab will be main, and price period per month. Let's save and close. Now we can go back to settings, and the new additional information field has appeared here automatically. So let's close and create our media plan. So now it looks more convenient, and the last step before making placements is to assign advertising material. Right now our order has a new status. With the new status, advertising material is not required, but as I'm going to assign it with approved status later, I will choose advertising material now. In order to do this, I will go to the lower panel, where we have the information about current placement and current advertising space, and here in the lower table, I will add an advertising material we have created before. So now we are finally ready for making placements. And the placements are made really easy. You select a cell, you double click it, check the information in the window that appeared, click Save, and here the placement is made. If you need to create a lot of placements, this process can be quite tiring. I mean, double clicking each cell and then checking the information in all the fields, it can be quite time consuming. In order to make this process easier, you can go to Settings and enable Quick Sales mode. In this case, in order to make placement, you just need to double click the cell, and like this the placement is made. Also, you can select multiple fields and make placements in all of them at once by clicking the right button of your mouse and selecting Add Placement. So now all these placements marked with yellow exist only in this computer. They were not saved to the database yet. In order to save them, we need to click Add to Order button. And here they are. Here are placements in the order. Now we can print our order out. As you can see, the settings, the printout settings are quite detailed, and there are a lot of them. We won't go through them now. We will just create a printout form by default. So this order you can send to printer, you can save it into an Excel file, or you can send it by email to your client directly from the program. So now let's go on with our order. Let's get back to it. It has a new status now, which means that we can't create a payment schedule or invoices on the basis of this order. To do this, we need to set reserved or on approval status. These two statuses are quite the same. The only difference between them is that reserved status has a deadline. In order to make installation requests on the basis of this order, it needs to be approved. It needs to be assigned with approved status. New and cancelled statuses do not reserve any add spaces, and you can't make any documents on the basis of a new or cancelled order. And approved and completed statuses also almost the same, and they are mostly needed for assigning different access rights to users, so that some of them can approve the orders and others can log them by assigning completed status. So let's set an approved status to our order and let's try to post it. So, as you can see, the program warns us that the contract with the counterparty is not selected and that counterparty is not selected. Let's correct it. In the first tab, let's select the company, the counterparty, and the contract. Let's try to post it again. Now our order got posted. And let's move on to the payment calendar tab. Here we have the table with payment stages which were filled in according to the payment schedule that we have chosen when we were creating the contract. So according to this table, our client will pay us every month 5 days before the period starts. And according to the due dates here in the payment schedule, the program will calculate the estimated receivables of all the orders. Now that we have a payment calendar, we can create appendixes to the contract. We can create separate appendixes for each payment stage, or we can create one appendix for all the stages. Let's create separate ones. So the program asks us to choose the stage for which we will create an appendix. The document is created automatically and I don't even need to check it. I will just click Save and Close. Let's create the second one. The program doesn't let us choose the payment stage, which is already included into the previous appendix. So let's select the second one. And let's create the last one. The next step is to make a commercial invoice. Invoices are also made per stages. Let's make an invoice for the first stage. The layout of the commercial invoice is quite similar to the one of the customer order. There are quite a lot of fields and tabs here, but we will go through them a little later. For now, let's just post and close it. Now let's see some of the reports that you can create with the help of the program. The first one is advertising inventory report. This report is one of the most simple ones in the program. It just shows us the availability of our advertising spaces, so we can see which months on which months our advertising spaces are available and in which ones they are already sold. This report can be adjusted just the way we did with media plan with the help of settings. So let's go quickly to the next one. This will be advertising placements report. This report shows us the full information about our sales. For example, here our sales are grouped according to the customer and customer order. In the same way, we can also adjust this report with the help of settings. For example, let's add the information about the manager to the advertising space to see who sold these placements. And we're looking for a manager. We can also change the structure of the report by changing the hierarchy of these items or by adding new items to the structure here. So let's see what we have created. Now we have an information about the manager who sold the placements in these advertising spaces. And one more report. This is the report on analysis of customer orders by payment stages. So now this report shows us all payment stages by all orders that exist in the program. So here we can see what amounts and when you are supposed to receive from your clients. So here are our payment stages, and we also have the information about the order here, the counterparty, the contract, about the appendixes to the contract, and if the commercial invoices have been issued or not. And of course there is information about payments, if we have received them or not.